It's either you're gonna repent or you're gonna perish. Thus said the Lord. Feel me?
Lots for my people. What? They have cast lots for my people.
That idol can do nothing for you. You'll cast that away right now, brother. Hey, and me and my brothers gonna rejoice, and the angels gonna rejoice.
To keep the 7 days secret.
That they want to keep the Sabbath secret. This is the book of
With shit. What? With shit. All this advertising. With shit.
And I ain't in it playing games about prophecy. It's surely gonna come to pass.
The Israelites are God's chosen people, right? And they are above all the other nations on the earth.
Follow me, and I will make some mighty Hebrew kings. They had felonies. They used to call my brothers felons. Now they mighty priests. Esau humbled down and kissed his boot. Boy, get on your knees.
About the so-called Quran, it was translated about. If you read that, you know that it tells you to go back to the Bible.
The Quran is written in original 7th century Arabic.
Right, but what I'm trying to tell you is the Arabic was not the first language, because a lot of people make that stance of Muslim and Arabic was the first language.
No, I never
Hebrew
said Arabic.
no,
I never said Arabic.
Right,
I said it was the first language of the Quran.
Yeah,
it's the first language of the Quran. It's the only language of the Quran. If you recite it, the Quran, you have to recite it in Arabic. Yeah, and that there was no, like, any other translated form of it is secondary to the one that's in
I get what you're saying, because it wasn't the original.
Because it's not the original.
So-called,
You can look back. I can read Arabic. I understand Arabic. I'm part Arabic. I can go back and look at an old inscription of the Quran and still read it.
You read the language.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But like, so we gotta understand too. Like, say us, we don't have the direct original context for the Bible because of the fact God told us in the Bible we were gonna speak a different language. We got stripped for that. Now, that's all part of us literally losing our heritage.
Like
now
the
we
Tower of
blessed.
Babel.
Well, even after that, you say Tower of Babel, because at that time the world was on one language. So that would disregard Arabic and all that. Those are just another dialect of that one language, which is the Hebrew. So nevertheless, but God said that we was gonna lose our mother tongue and speak other tongues where we scattered. You got some of our people who so-called from France. Now they speak French. They speak so-called English. So wherever we was conquered or settled at, that's the language we gonna speak. Right? You know what I'm saying? So that's just part of what the Lord was telling us in Isaiah chapter 28, verse 11 on down. He said in another tongue, in another language, what he should speak to us. Basically, meaning now we got this Bible in English that we gonna use because we don't speak the Hebrew. We speak a little bit of it, but we don't speak it as fluent as how you said you can read the so-called Arabic. We don't. Well, that was stripped from us as Israelites. Everybody may not have lost their full. As a whole, some people may have a little bit of it. You got some brothers who really know the Hebrew; they can speak it fluently. But nevertheless, everybody didn't have that, retain that knowledge. So that's why when this prophecy that God said that we gonna speak a different tongue, it had to be translated. So us saying it was a man who did it, it's not, because God controlled everything. Or would y'all say Allah? But it's known as the Most High God. He controls everything. Would you agree with that? So if we was to say that the man controlled it, we would say man had more control than God of translating the Bible, which would be flawed because God controlled it.
Well, not exactly. We believe that if God misguides someone, if Allah misguides someone, no one can guide them back. So if he misguided the Christians in the Bible, no one would ever be able to guide them back to true monotheism and Islam. But
even before that, I don't know if you know, but the history of Muslims, Muhammad, he literally had like you said, y'all had a God, one God for every day of the year. Literally, y'all had 360 gods.
The Arabs, those types of Arabs aren't my
Okay, so you're speaking more on the
more African.
Okay. But that makes it. But nevertheless, the root of that so-called Muslim history is literally having more than one God. Nevertheless, he adopted all those things. Literally knowing about only having one God, praying 3 times a day, all these different things is something that they adopted. All these things is written in the Bible. So
where do you think it came from? From Aten?
As far as what? The praying and the...
No, the monotheism.
Okay, from our people, we was the only ones who only served one God, the Israelites. It never... Egyptians, they didn't serve just one God.
No, but the first recorded version of monotheism is from Akhenaten, one of the pharaohs of Egypt before Jews even existed.
That wouldn't even make sense because we speaking on, like, I could go all the way back to Abraham, before the Jews. Let's speak on Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, or Adam. They only serve one God. The Adam, you know who Adam is, right?
Yeah.
Adam only served one God. The Most High God. That was the God. So they predate the so-called the Egyptians. Because they was before the Egyptians. Would you agree with that? So how can we say that they started it when Adam and Eve and all of them, they predated the so-called Egyptians?
Well, it gets complicated because that's if you.
Well, that's not because we just reading it verbatim. That's in the Bible. Now we speaking a lot, but I want to show you how. I know you say you don't kind of believe in the Bible so much, but like you said, even your Bible, the Quran, literally says, when in doubt, go to the Bible. So y'all cannot say as a true Muslim follower, our brother. I don't know where the brother goes, but we got a brother who is literally a devout Muslim. He grew up in it as well, but he knows that they got to go back to the Bible. He don't refute the Bible because the Bible, the Quran said y'all have to go back to the Bible. That's right. When in doubt, basically, when in doubt, go back to the Bible. When in doubt, and go back to the chosen people, the Israelites.
But the Bible says that Jesus is the Son of God and Muslims don't believe that.
We had that debate with another brother, but we can show that he is a son of God. We can show you that as well. We showed our brother that the other day because he said, what's that thing he called it? Key? Damn, I don't want to miss what he was saying, but basically like with Satan. They say Satan wasn't the son of God, and we showed him as well, like he would have had to be. However you would say it. Yeah, we had literally this conversation last week. Literally last Saturday we had this conversation like we speaking on right now. And the brother had to say like, damn, you know what? They do sound a little, but we can show you, sister, like, more importantly, we want to show you who you are, and that'll help you understand, like, damn, this heritage that I know is all just coming back to the Bible, and my people are the descendants of him.
I would, but after.
Okay. All right, sis.
It's
It was a good conversation, but nevertheless, you should look more into it, like, and don't negate the Bible. You can't have, like, basically what you're saying, according to Muslims, they go like this, according to y'all, but right now, you're just saying the Quran is just like this, and the Bible is here. It's unjust. If it makes sense. Yeah, about 700 years after. The Bible, the Quran came 700 years after.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
So how can we just solidify?
That's
But we can say the same thing about the Quran, because when it can translate into the new languages, what's the difference? We cannot pick one over the other because that's our religion.
The difference is that we still have the original version of the Quran that Muhammad wrote.
Say it again, my bad.
I'm sorry, not that he wrote, but that the Sahaba, the Sahaba wrote it down. We still have the original
I don't believe that.
version of Arabic.
I don't believe it. How?
If you study Arabic, you'll understand. Like Fusha, the language of the Quran is unchanged. We don't change Fusha. It's the dialects of people, the vernacular of Arabic.
With a translation of it.
That's what people change. But the original Fusha, it hasn't been changed.
I would disagree with that on the premise of it would have had to be, because how did somebody get into the next trend, like from English or to all the different translations from now? Back then, from the original Arabic, now it's in English. Now I can literally go in the Quran and read it directly.
Exactly, but you wouldn't be reading it from a spiritual place. You're reading it from an intellectual place.
Now that's all word, but what you talking about?
I was going basically, you said y'all got the original Quran, right? I would say that's a lie, because if you know the man named Uthman, you know Uthman?
Uthman.
That's just what they go by. I forget last name.
It's like Bukhari, something like that.
Uthman ibn son of Uthman.
He burnt all those books.
And he burnt the first Quran. He burnt all of the first Qurans.
But who is he though? Uthman is a very common name.
Yeah, he did burn all those books. Just like all original books was burned. When you read about our history, about the Israelites, our books, because this was like, before that it was word of mouth, but then we start writing it down. They didn't want us to keep our heritage who we was, so they burned our books, just like the so-called Arab, the Muslim, the so-called Quran was burned. Nothing is just retained its original form. It's impossible, right? As far as the books go.
I mean, we could agree to this.
His name is Khalif Uthman.
Khalif Uthman, son of... Khalif is just a title. I can't tell. Khalif just means like king. Or like,
King?
yeah.
Okay, we'll pull up.
That's a good point.
It comes from Khalifa.
But that's a good point, sis. But like the point I'm making is, literally with those being burnt and our books being burnt, you can't say that the original was just it was never tainted. That would be, I don't want to say it like that, but it would kind of even say.
I mean, I guess, but in Islam, we believe that.
You can't really say I guess it's either yes or no. It will be.
I mean, I disagree. That's what I'm saying. But in Islam, if you write a copy of the Quran in original Fusha Arabic, if you get even one letter or one word wrong, you have to burn it. So maybe that's the reason why Caliph Uthman burned it. Maybe it was an incorrect copy and he knew.
Well, that'll be winging it because that's not according to what the history says.
Okay, then what is he saying? And what is the source?
We're gonna pull it up for you. But nevertheless, the whole matter is, I would disagree with that premise as well because at the end of the day, that will be the flawed statement itself. That's all the point about it. But nevertheless, is we want to show you this about the burned book. And we're gonna show you. Let's get that back about our book.
I got it right here.
You got it.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 56.
Now, this is about our books, right?
And when they had written in pieces the books of the law, which they found.
And also, I would like to point, the reason why they will burn the books because that's where the power in the history is. That's where the truth is. So of course they gonna burn that. And then they gonna rewrite their own stuff or do whatever they wanted to do with their own shit. But let's go to this.
And when they had written in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire.
They did what?
They burnt them with fire.
It had its original text.
They burnt them with fire.
Right.
And wheresoever was found with any the book of the testament,
right,
or if any consented to the law,
right,
the king's commandment was that they should be put to death.
But the whole point of the matter is that's all to just incorporate religion and doctrine. So that's why they do all that. Hey, they gonna burn the truth and we gonna establish our own truth. That's all that's gonna do.
I disagree. I understand your point.
No, I'm afraid. It's okay to disagree with this book. But nevertheless,
I want to know more about this Caliph Uthman, this guy.
His name is Uthman Adin Affan.
Ibn Affan, so son of Affan.
He said that he was the third caliph to rule after the death of Prophet Muhammad. So the one that was
he's one of the rightly, okay, that's
yeah,
what
so
he meant.
he the one that burned the Quran from the original Quran y'all had. The Quran, he burned all the Quran.
And what is your source? Don't say what the piece is.
Britannica.
That's going to like the origin. That's like origin. So we going to Britannia. That's all like the original wording and stuff. How y'all doing, family? Y'all believe in the Bible? Yeah. What's up, brother? Hey, family, right here, y'all believe in the Bible? So what we doing out here? We just teaching our nationality and who we are according to the Bible, right? Now, if I was to ask you, what is your so-called nationality here? What would you say it is? Black. And we could go down that whole list, right? African American. What else could we say? A lot, right? But Negro. But nevertheless, those are literally Bible words that were placed upon us. What's our true heritage of the Bible? You can't find the word Negro in the Bible. You can find the word Negro or damn African American. No, it's not in the Bible. So that's what the premise that we make. Who are we and where do we descend from? Right? So that's what we were trying to show you. Got time for. We want to show you who you are according to the Bible. Right? So let's show the brother, man. You familiar with the Bible? You believe in God? Okay. Was you brought up reading the Bible or a little bit? Okay. So, nevertheless, we're going to show you that we are the Israelites according to the Bible because the prophecy that was written are written about us and for us. They said it was going to happen to our people, but not keeping God's commandments. Right? So let's read Deuteronomy 28:15. We're going to get right to the curse what Moses told them what's going to happen if they didn't keep his commandments. Right? All right, sisters.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken.
So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites after he split the Red Sea. Remember, you know anything about that story? He brought them across out of Egypt. So this is him telling them what's going to happen if they don't keep God's commandments. Right?
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, right, to observe to do all his commandments.
So hearken means to listen, right?
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
If you don't keep the laws and commandments of God, then you're going to have curses upon you. Is a curse a good or a bad thing, brother? It's a good thing? Having a curse placed upon you, like, hey, I'm a curse tonight, brother. So when you go to a brother a curse, it's always associated, like, let's say black magic. Is that a good thing, brother? That damn pentagram with the circle and damn black magic and my fingernails black, is all of that good things? No, brother, so that's what a curse when he's speaking, because the Lord said a blessing and a curse. So the blessing was going to be positive things given to you. The curses is negative things given to you. So these negative things that were going to be placed upon the Israelites are basically identifying markers, letting them know who they are. So that's what Moses is telling the Israelites. If they don't listen and keep the commandments, these things will happen to them. You understand, brother?
We're breaking it down to the brother right now.
You speak Spanish? I'm speaking too fast?
I got a brother who speaks Spanish. Okay. All right, I gotta do that, brother. All right, brother.
How y'all doing, brother? So what we doing out here, we just telling our people who they are according to the Bible.
Now, what's your nationality? What would y'all say? What did God call us?
Did he call us the blacks? He called us African Americans? What y'all, I'm gonna do the question. You don't know?
So, when you read the Bible, the word African American,
Nowhere near the Bible.
so that didn't help us understand, like, damn, okay, well, black, now the word black is in there, but it's not
Associated with a group of people, or a nation of people.
it's a state or condition.
So
Nevertheless, people want to show y'all that
y'all three brothers right here,
the word of life is I don't know if y'all familiar. They got a lot of
called artists, hip hop artists saying Israelites. All these people professing.
But they're getting that out of the Bible because the Israelites are the chosen people of God, and they had certain things
To help them identify who they are. Can we show y'all something that was placed upon that African Israelites that only we can relate to?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 60. Verse 68.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Moses is telling the Israelites, hey,
This curse or this bad thing that God was going to place upon y'all,
it's going to be, this is what it's going to happen.
and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt, so God said, I'm going to put y'all in that condition again, but He's going to show us the way of transportation, what a boat of transportation is going to do.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now, he said that so-called Israelites,
The Israelites is going to go on slavery.
That's right.
but what people in the world would on slavery? So if God is saying that was going to be Israelites, that's just one way that we know that we Israelites. We got way more ways that we can show y'all. Hey, having evil eye towards each other, right? We literally, what nation of people drive by on the truck for no reason? It's our people, right? I'll literally step on your shoe and now we in a whole shootout. It's fist fight. Which we brothers fight to relate to. But these are things that God said we're going to be placed upon our people for not being respected. That's how we know we Israelites. There's way more we can show you. God said also that the things that we place in
Deuteronomy 28:54.
Bring it out.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
we're going through that. Evil eye towards your brother, man. You know what that's going to drive by. Can't fist fight for no reason, man. Right? You know?
And toward the wife of his bosom,
Right?
and toward the remnant of his children,
Toward the women of his children.
which he shall lead.
What that sound like, family? It says the man is going to lead his house of his family. What makes you people doing that as a whole? What people don't know? Did y'all grow with y'all fathers?
Yeah.
Okay, did you grow with your father, brother? A lot of us didn't grow with our fathers. But that's how we know that. I never seen, as a whole, even with my own eyes, I never seen the Chinese man, the father not there. Have y'all seen that? The father is there, but these are things that make the art. Let's keep trying to get in verse 48.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
Right, so he said in hunger. The Lord said another curse is going to be we're going to have to buy our food from living these stores. Who own these stores? What nation of people own these stores? Do our people own Sam's Club? Do our people own damn Safeway? So that's why God said it's a curse. It's not a curse for them to have to do it because it's their people and they own the cities. Who they bonded from. Us, we're not bonded. We ain't going to our backyard and do it. Right? We got to go to these damn stores because God said it's going to be a curse. We have to do that.
And in nakedness,
In our clothing. Where we get our clothing from? Who owns the product? It's not Kanyew West on it or ours. Nevertheless, God saying now we can even say, okay, some of our people own clothing. They get that material. You know what I'm saying? So although we own it, it's a curse because we gotta go to them for the fabric, right?
and in want of all things.
Everything else we need. We literally got to go to them. We need a birth certificate. We got to get a copy of our birth certificate. Where we got to go? We got to go to the federal building, man. Or the, what's it called? The Social Security building, right? EBT, when you want a loan. Anything. Who we going to get these things? Not our people. That's the whole point of the matter. So God says it's the first that had to happen.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed
Who
thee.
literally had a yoke of iron upon their own neck? What nation of people had that on their necks? It was our people. Right. So these things that we're reading, these are things that God said will happen to the Israelites, but they happen to our people. So who we are, bro? We the Israelites, bro. If these things really we relating to happen to us, God said the Israelites, you gotta be the Israelites, son. That's easily said. That's not us forcing it upon us. We read it and just putting it together. We're the only ones who went on slavery on no big juice, man. We was getting sold off to all different plantation owners. But that's the history of what was going on with us. But that happened because we didn't keep God's commandments. God said, keep my commandments, be above everybody, and these things not going to happen. But if you don't happen, that's the curse that was going to fall upon you. Right? So, how would you, I got a question. If we the Israelites, and the main thing for us as Israelites to do is keep the law, statutes, commandments, how did we come back to the Lord as Israelites? If or let me rephrase it. If what got us from not being God or being called black and nigger and all these bywords, but now coming back as Israelites, what does God want us to do? Or what do He want us to do now? Okay, that's a good point. What would you say, brother? You like you got something to say, brother. What you got to say, brother?
I say he wants to show it.
That's a good point. He wants us to show it, right? We got to show it, man. How do we show it? Hey, you know my brothers right here, I would know they Israelites, but like, I see the fringes on there. Hey, God commanded us to wear fringes as Israelites. Y'all know about these? Let's get it for the brothers. This is a commandment that God showed, that God wanted us to show us.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 15 and verse 38. Speak unto the children of Israel, and bid them that they make them fringes,
Hey, brothers can make it look good, man. Who dress better than us, man? Can a so-called Chinese man dress better than you, brother? Hell no. Hey, brother said, hell no, man. But let's keep going, right?
Bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations.
It's meaning forever. We still generate, right? We got people who are pregnant right now, so that's another generation. We still generate. Let's keep going up.
And that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
That's why you see, like, no matter what color the fringe is, the brother got gold, the brother got black, the fringe has to be blue. Because blue is a royal color. And it was hard to get back then. So we wore this because it's a royal color and it's a commandment, right?
And it shall be unto you for a fringe that you may look upon it and remember all the commandments of the Lord and do them.
So this is literally just the physical mind of the keep. Remember the commandments and do them. Right. So that's why we wear the fringe. Brothers make it look good. I can see brother with the get in that thing with the blue fringe with the white ribbon. I mean, the blue ribbon with the white fringe. Right. Let's go to Leviticus. Let's show you another commandment, brother.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7.
Right.
And the swine.
What's the swine, man? You know what the swine is? It's the pig. You eat bacon, sausage, pepperoni. You eat that? Let's see what the Lord says.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
So he's saying no to say, because a clean animal to the Lord rather have 3 attributes, but the pig only has 2. Therefore, the Lord said,
He is unclean to you.
I pray though.
He is unclean to you.
The Lord don't care. He said that pig, no matter what, they don't have the flesh. Therefore, it's unclean. It's so unclean, what does that mean? It's dirty. That's right? So that's what the Lord said about the pig.
Of their flesh shall you not eat, and their carcass shall you not touch.
Wow.
They are unclean to
I had to
you.
tell us again, they're unclean. So that pork, bacon, all that, you gotta put it away, family. That's one of the things that kept us from sin or away from God.
Right.
Things that as well going on that the Lord likes us to wear is the bread, not even the pork. That we don't put.
Verse 9. These shall you eat of all that are in the water. Whatsoever have fins and scales.
So I got a question, just with that said. What animal in the water has fins and scales? Fish. But what's something that our people love to eat that don't got fins? That come in the water. You kind of put it in that bag. What's something that go in that bag?
Crab.
Crab, right? Crab don't got fins and scales. They eat
shit all day. Shrimp? How do you think shrimp get real big? Is it because they eating all the poop? The shrimp, they literally are the roaches of the sea, but they also filter the waters. So the water's being murky, and the shrimp come and eat it up, and the clams and the oysters, and they make it poop. That's what was their purpose. So whatever come out of the water, brother, you gotta be fixed or have a pheasant scales. Somebody love the shrimp, crab legs. I used to eat those things, but before I knew that God said it's an abomination, I'm not gonna eat none that's dirty. But they say you are what you are what you. I'm eating. What you gonna eat it for, bro? Right? If that's the case, I'm gonna have to take food stuff and just chow on it. But just put it in the bag for seasoning. That's all we doing, man. So God said, if you come out of the water, you gotta have things to right? So, what else? Y'all got any questions? Any questions? So what God called us then?
That's right.
That's
right.
What's these things on our shirt? That's all praise. Y'all know what today is? What's today? You said what day? 420. Hey, it is 420. You know it is April 20th. That's right. Well, we gonna show y'all the spiritual meaning of what's really about. Right. 420 not for us. We all used to smoke, but that's something that we glorified in it. But nevertheless, what's so good about us?
7 day, man.
It's nothing. Y'all smoke, brothers? No. Okay. See, look. He said sometimes. Okay, but nevertheless, when you get that high, it's like how you said, you kind of get it for a moment, after your high wear down, like you're back home. Right. A lot of that time, like I was going to earlier, it's just a coconut. We go through so much in the damn world, literally with low paying jobs, all these different things. But this is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
God said, remember the Sabbath day for chapter 20.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day,
y'all got a phone on y'all, right? If y'all look at y'all calendar, what's the 7th day of the week? Is it? That's why I asked you, y'all got a phone, check that phone. What's the 7th day? You find out what's the first day, then you don't know what's the second. Right.
On that, that's crazy, right? How this whole time we got phones, but we thought Sunday was the 7th day. Because remember, our people like to say Sunday is the day to worship God. That's a lie. Saturday is the day to worship God. Just what y'all don't like, y'all do that, right? But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Right? See that? The whole time we was taught a lie. We're just reading it right out the Bible that everybody grandma got, everybody grandpa got, collecting dust. But the 7th day or the Sabbath day of God is today. Today is the day we're supposed to worship God. But what a lot of our people doing on this day? Getting how they mind on the Lord's day. How can the Lord feel about it? Is he happy? Like, man, I so blessed them with that marijuana. Hell no, man. The Lord looking like, man, y'all polluting my day. That's right. This is the day to worship God. There are people buying and selling. And the Lord told us not to buy and sell. He said 6 days you do all those things, but the 7th day keep holy. God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou nor thy sons nor thy daughters. Verse 11. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. I didn't rest that 7th day, friend. So us, we coming out here to wake our people, let them know, hey, we the Israelites, we got to keep God commandments, because the commandments, us not keeping commandments, God is in the business of having to memorize 420 out of all day to get higher in the Lord. Nehemiah 10 and 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day, to sell, that we will not buy it of them. They got all these vendors out here with this good food. That we will not buy it of them. That's why we got 6 days to gather in everything. The 7th day, it's not that serious to not cook for 10 hours. By the time you wake up, you only got about 10 hours left to the sun go down. So that's what the Sabbath day is Saturday. Friday, sundown, and Saturday, Sunday. We just show y'all right at the Bible. Y'all can show this to y'all parents. We're not lying. We're not forcing anything about nobody. This is literally what it is. So what the Lord called his family? Right. What's the day again? Sabbath day. Sabbath day. Sabbath day. What else? You got a question, brother? You got a question, my brother? Oh, okay. Y'all got any questions? Any one of y'all think bring it up. We here to answer or go on with it. If y'all got no questions, We are free to stay, but we the Israelites, we gotta keep God's commandments and keep them holy, man. These are things that we set apart by. Who else keeping God's commandments? Who else not smoking weed? Because God said our bodies is a temple and we shouldn't be smoking this damn weed. Right, let's get that.
Right here. This book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
This is what God said about the weed. Hey, and this brother, we used to smoke too. We didn't know no better though, because we thought it was, hey, we high, we getting hyphy, whatever. Hey, but the whole time, it's against what God was saying, right? We didn't know.
Right. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God?
So this is Paul through the Spirit saying, know ye not that we are the temple of God. We all are the temple of God, whether we believe it or not, right?
And that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Right?
If any man defile the temple of God,
So he said the Spirit of God dwelleth in us. But he said if any man defile that, what's going to happen?
him shall God destroy.
No, he's going to have compassion on it. He's going to just kind of say, you know what? Light that blunt up, it's cool.
Him shall God destroy.
It's like a burning house. Just think of it like this, a burning house. This spirit that we got in us, it's a living thing. It's that flame. But here it is, we just in a burning house all day because the weed was just smoking. Is you going to live in that burning house? The house on fire, you just chilling like, man, today was a good day, brother. Is you going to be in that house still, brother? You know you're not, brother. You going to be out there like coughing, gasping for air, because that's carbon monoxide. What's in that backwood of the leaf? It's nothing positive about that. Even if you want to say a paper, the burning of something causes a reaction, right? So, when it comes to the Bible, the Lord said we should be, if you need it for medical reasons, you can eat it. Because he said it should be for us for meat, meaning we can eat it. But our people abuse it and put it in backwoods and all these different things. But that's what God said. We defiling our temple. He said he's gonna destroy us, man, for smoking the weed, man. You think we didn't get high as a kite too? We thought we was up what brothers called it? Whatever you want to call it, but those things is beneath us now. But we know that the Lord said he's gonna destroy us for doing those things. Right? So us as, what the Lord called us again, friend? As us as Israelites, we gotta keep these commandments, man. Keep them holy. I know you just want but God called us the Israelites because of these different things, these curses that he placed upon us. All right, but y'all have a good one, man. All right, be smooth, man. See that? All right, brother. You're Israelite, brother. Don't forget, brother. The weed not that serious, brother. Hey, life or death. Life is this. Death is that. How you make me feel about Never know, man. Hey, come. We talked to these sisters before, man. How y'all doing, they sisters? Y'all remember y'all? We talked to these sisters before, man. Sisters, y'all remember what the Lord called us, family? Y'all remember what the Lord called us?
No.
Sisters? Y'all was paying attention, but y'all kind of had to leave, right?
Yeah, I had
It's cool, though. We understand. But God called us the Israelites, family. We got to keep God's commandments as Israelites, right? Because nothing more important. 420 and doing these things that's not of God is not important. Right? At all. See that? The being Greek, man. It's the Israelite.